You think you do, but you don't. You don't. You think you have this. Yes, maybe you don't. Either you take me to go piss, or I'm dead. No, take me.
After Shauna was placed in the holding cell, Officer Cannon checks on the Intoxilizer 8000 instrument, but doesn't attempt to provide Shauna with any medical assistance, despite her leaving a trail of blood from the room into the cell. Officer Edmonds is the one to call for medical aid. Though the footage is redacted, in the immediate aftermath of the incident, Officer Cannon can be heard calling his captain.
She jumped up and went to charge out of the room, so I went to place her down, and she went to try to charge out of the room. So I went to, because she said she had a piss, so I went to grab her, and she pulled away, and when I did, I tried to put her in a chair, and she fell out in the chair and smacked her head on the glass, pulled the BTO machine onto the ground and everything.
Following the call, Officer Cannon also discusses the event with Officer Edmonds.
She's dragging blood everywhere. All I did was try to sit her back down in the chair.
That's what I told him. I was like, all he did was try to sit her back down, and she slipped and hit.
Yeah, she was trying to run out of the room.
Yeah.
So I went to grab her, and I didn't slam her. I didn't do anything.
Was she pushing against you?
Yeah.
See, I didn't see that part.
EMTs soon arrive, and Officer Cannon once again explains what he claims happened to Shauna. During this explanation, he also included her second fall when she was inside the holding cell. Police documents state that once in the holding cell, Officer Cannon said that Shauna tried to come at him again, and he extended his arm and indicated that she ran into his hand. He described it as like a stiff arm. During a later interview, one of the EMTs described what Officer Cannon had told them about Shauna's second fall.
I know he said at some point she had advanced on him to where he said that he pushed her to distance themselves, and then from what he said, a fall occurred there.
Shauna was soon transported to the Halifax hospital. Following this incident, the Intoxilizer 8000 instrument was out of service due to unknown damage, causing an operational failure. The incident was immediately referred to an external investigative entity, the Florida Department of Law Enforcement, which initiated a criminal investigation. An internal inquiry began as well. As part of the dual investigations, Shauna was interviewed. Officer Jacob Cannon declined to be interviewed, and during this time, he was suspended with pay. This was soon adjusted to a suspension without pay.
Do you have any recollection of being in that Intoxilizer room?
Not to my knowledge, no.
Okay.
I was told by the nurses there that I had, per the police officers, that I had ran and fell into a table. And that's how I got my gash on my head.
As part of the investigations, Officer Edmonds was interviewed as well.
Was there like a lot of blood around her face and everything else, or no?
Yeah, her head was bleeding. Her hair was wet with blood.
According to police documents, Shauna received a serious bleeding laceration to her forehead from striking the metal frame around the glass wall of the breath test room. The medical team estimated that it was a 1.5 to 2 inch wound, and she received 7 sutures to close it. As well, she had swelling in her wrist. Police documents note that she'll have a large permanent scar. As part of the investigation, Shauna provided a medical bill of $25,424.80 for services she received while in police custody.
Did she do something that caused Officer Cannon to respond in that manner?
So I don't believe she was bowing, tensing up. At most, maybe she was with her torso maybe leaning forward, but not by much. Okay. I didn't feel like she was being threatened.
Shauna's actions in the room were examined, and it was determined she didn't lunge forward, kick, spit, or do any other active physical resistance prior to her injury.
Are you willing to pursue charges?
Yes.
It happened extremely fast. There was not a buildup. I had no preview that was about to happen. It happened literally in an instant.
The investigation also determined that Officer Cannon's actions were so abrupt and immediately violent that Officer Edmonds could not have been reasonably expected to intervene or prevent the excessive force from being applied. On January 31, 2025, the Florida Department of Law Enforcement received an arrest warrant for Officer Cannon, charging him with felony battery. Just a few hours later, he submitted his resignation from the Ormond Beach Police Department. Just 37 minutes after that, Jacob Cannon arranged that he would surrender to the arrest warrant and the Volusia County Branch Jail and was taken into custody. Shauna pled guilty to the charge of DUI with damage to persons or property and was sentenced to 2 days in the Volusia County Jail with credit of 2 days served, 12 months of probation, and 50 hours of community service. She's also to refrain from drinking alcohol, and her driver's license is suspended for 6 months. According to court records, Jacob Cannon eventually pled guilty to the felony battery charge. He was sentenced to 6 months in jail with credit of 11 days served and 2 years of probation. If you'd like to see select new videos early and help us keep uncovering case files that rarely come to light, you'll